because when I think about opportunities in the practice, you kind of just see it if you have if you're that business type of person, what can get better. I remember going into another practice as fill-in and the first thing I was like, I would change this, and that. And they, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. And I can't believe, the front desk doesn't know how to check this. And tell us how you do that and strategize for doctors that maybe just got in a routine over the years and got comfortable.
So there's, I want to address two things. There's tactics and there's strategies. And the difference between both, I think doctors are really good at tactics. Strategy is a little bit different. Strategy is the direction that you want to choose to go and how you're going to decide what to say yes to and what to say no to. And so when we look at strategy, what we did with my wife is my wife wanted a certain lifestyle with business, and she wanted a certain type of clientele and a certain type of operation. And so when we were looking for her a practice to buy, I actually hired someone and we started cold calling practices in different markets that I knew would be good for us to buy practice. And so we settled in Marietta, Georgia, which is a nice part of town. It's a little real family oriented, right? More residential and good school system, that type of thing. And so it tends to be a little more higher income. And so because of that, we're able to do 30-minute exams, develop relationships with people, with families, because that's how she wanted to practice. So that means we had to say no to a lot. So the practice that we took over was taking Medicaid first. And we started doing that initially, but it just didn't mesh with that model. And so we had to say no to Medicaid. So when I talk about strategy, that's part of it. And then we went to another approach of, okay, well, how would we grow not product strategy, which is what almost everyone in the industry does, but from a service standpoint. So what do I mean by that? Most people, when they grow, especially the bigger players who are doing roll-ups right now, think My iDoc, all those folks, their strategy is more product sales and more volume. And that's not the way we wanted to scale, because that doesn't create what we wanted to create. The challenge is it's very people heavy. So if you're coming in and you have a really good relationship with your doctors, that warm feeling with the staff, that's a very different experience than if you go into a VisionWorks or a My iDoctor. And so that's a strategy decision we made. Like, if we're going to scale, we're going to scale more towards the high touch side. And there's challenges around that, but we make decisions around achieving that goal, not the other goal. So a great example is a lot of places will have doctors or techs do acuities. We have doctors do acuities because of that extra time with the patient, because we're doing that extra high touch. And so when a doctor might come in and say, well, you should just have the tech do it because I can get more volume through here, which is true if that's your strategy. If you want more volume, then that's a great way to go about it. The financials all work out to be roughly the same, right? I'll give you some big numbers.